information you received and then you relate to me. So I felt the need to disclose that. And look, I think I've already told both sides that please do not look at each other, do not communicate with this side of the bench, is not allowed to communicate with that side, and vice versa. That's the way it's going to go. If folks start violating these court's rules, meaning the orderly way that this trial is going to proceed, I will remove folks from the proceedings. That's just the way it goes. All right. Anything that we have to take up before I check in with my bailiff to see if all the jurors are here?
The only thing that I want to mention to the court, I obviously mentioned this to Your Honor in the back a few minutes ago, and I spoke to Mr. Tomas already. There are a handful of witnesses that must be called this morning. I'm asking that we just work through their testimony. One of them is Detective Fernandez, who's going to be talking about the retrieval process of that DVR. Depending on what the court's ruling is, whether or not that satisfies the court or not, I have Detective Danny Morales in the courtroom as well, who will also talk about what his observations on that video from Mr. Cisneros was. I can call him this morning. If not, I understand, but I do have my CSI officer, Detective Fernandez, and then Mr. Cisneros as well. I'm going to ask that whatever time they finish is what time we finish, and then we can break for lunch. I have a handful of officers for this afternoon. I'm going to ask that we finish with the officers, whether it's early or not today, and then I should be, my hope is that I'm able to rest tomorrow.
So we can work through lunch. We'll just gauge to see if the jury needs a comfort break here and there, and if we need one also. But for scheduling purposes, that works for me. Do you guys need water? Just on a big note, usually we have pictures of water, so you all let me know. Mr. Tomas, anything that are you okay with that schedule?
Yeah.
We may lunch.
That's fine.
I can go off record until we wait for the jury and the debate.
Thank you.
Judge, sorry, I forgot. I have a quick court hearing at 11:45.
It's okay.
Can we?
In this building?
Yes. When that happens, just so I step up and handle it and come back.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Just remind me. Just so
I will.
You know, the sidebar. We'll take a little break at 11:45.
Yes.
Jason, move on. Good morning again. All nine jurors are accounted for. Please be seated. Lawyers are present as well as the sitting. All right, Ms. Smith, I guess you're cold. You'll put your jacket on and the hoodie. That's fine. But if you start, that's fine. But it's not going to cause you to like doze off or anything, right? You're not going to get too cozy, you know? Yeah. If it's too cold in here, I can ask the building manager to come up and make it. It's okay. We'll let you know. All right. State your next witness.
Judge, at this time, the state calls Detective Zapata to the stand. Permission to read.
Go ahead.
You sign swear affirm the testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, man.
Judge, Judge, may I proceed?
Yeah.
Good morning. Can you please state your name for the record?
Ynares Zapata.
Ms. Zapata, what is your occupation?
I am a crime scene technician
And how long have you been a crime scene technician?
for almost 10 years.
And what department do you currently work for now?
Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office
How long have you worked for Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office?
for almost 10 years.
Do you have specialized training as a crime scene technician?
Yes.
Can you please explain to the jury what that training is?
Specialized training consists of going to training, for example, some of them could be a 4-hour course or an 80-hour course where you would spend the entire week doing crime scene processing, photography, doing things with blood spatter, fingerprint, just anything related to crime scene.
Now, what is your role as a crime scene technician?
My role as a crime scene technician is to respond to various crime scenes where I'll be processing and documenting the crime scene.
Now, I want to direct your attention to June 25th, 2022. Were you working that morning as a crime scene technician?
Yes, I was.
And did you respond to 1237 Northwest 14th Street in Homestead, Florida?
Yes, I did.
And what did you respond in reference to, Detective?
I responded to a reference to a homicide investigation.
Now, as a crime scene technician, what is it that you do when you arrive on scene?
Typically, the first thing that I do is that I speak with the detective on scene, where they would give me a brief synopsis, case summary of what might have occurred, and then after that, we do a walkthrough of the scene.
And what detective did you speak to in this case?
It was Detective Cruz.
What time did you arrive to the scene?
I arrived at the scene at approximately 5:45 in the morning.
And I know you mentioned you spoke to Detective Cruz. Did he brief you on what had happened?
Yes, he did.
And you mentioned you did the walkthrough, so I want to talk about your walkthrough, okay? What is it that you did in reference to photos? What did you take photos of?
As soon as we did the walkthrough, we started taking photos, and the photos will consist of overall photograph, basically when I get to the scene, what I see, and then after that, it will be mid-range photos, and then close-up photos of anything that is related to the scene and or items of evidential value.
So I want to talk about those overall photos to start. Judge, permission to introduce what has already been admitted to evidence based on stipulations by the parties?
Sure, just let Ray read it into the record.
Stay Exhibit 1L, marked for identification, now becomes Stay Exhibit 8. And 1M, Stay Exhibit 1N, marked for identification, now becomes Stay Exhibit 9.
Permission to publish, Judge.
Go ahead.
Now, Detective, what are we looking at in this case? What is this photo?
What we're looking at is kind of like a bird's eye view of the scene where I responded to.
And what is this photo?
That photograph is a front view overall of the front of the residence.
And is this where the residence is?
That's correct.
And this photo?
That photo shows an eye's view of the entire scene.
And what is this photo focusing on here?
That photos is showing the also part of the scene, but more so concentrating on the alleyway where the victim was found, and also 2 vehicles.
Is this the alleyway that you're talking about?
That's correct.
What is this in reference to the defendant and victim's house? Is this the front of the house or what part of the house is that?
That is the front of the house if you're viewing it from the street. Next.
And what is this area?
That is the front of the house also.
Now, where are we in this area?
We are in front of the house, but at an angle of the front of the house.
Now, detective, now that we got to the overall photos of the scene, what else did you take pictures of?
I photographed various areas where there were apparent blood, more so a blood trail. I also photographed vehicles and also a firearm.
And where is it that you observed these blood trails?
The blood trail appeared to have started from directly in front of the residence, leading towards the front of the residence, the walkway, a walk path, leading towards the sidewalk, the residence next to it, eventually through an alleyway, and then it ended where the victim collapsed.
Judge, permission for the witness to step down?
Go ahead, step down.
And permission to retrieve what has already been admitted into evidence as States Composite 1 and 2? Detective, can you mark for the jury, where is it that you saw these blood trails in the entire scene?
So it's high
Sorry.
as you can.
Sorry.
Thanks.
So there were various areas where blood was observed from here, leading here, 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 here. And there might have been some on here.
And where is the alleyway for the jury?
This is the alleyway here. What we consider the alleyway was basically all this here, and then there's a vehicle here, and the victim was found somewhere on here.
And
Just
where,
for clarification, what exhibit are we looking at?
States Exhibit 6.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can. So it started here and it went all the way here, and then the cars and the alleyways here.
That's correct.
Thank you. Now, if I were to show you photos of those blood trails you took, would you recognize it?
Yes.
Judge, permission to enter into evidence based on stipulation by the parties, what has been previously marked as stage 1N.
Stay exhibit 1N, marked for identification, now becomes stay exhibit 10.
Now, before I show you the photos, detective, how is it that you marked where those blood trails you observed are?
The blood trails were marked with orange evidence cone and also orange flags.
Now, where was this blood trail at?
That blood trail, it's on the ground.
Is this near the alleyway?
It appears to be.
Now, I see an evidence marker here. Is that where a blood trail was as well?
That's correct.
And the defendant's house, is it onto the left?
That's correct.
Was this, what area was this blood trail?
That blood trail, it's on the walkway right before that previous photo that we saw, the vehicle, that was behind the vehicle.
And where was this blood trail located at?
That blood trail was on the grass. It might have been on one of the residents.
Is this also where one of the residents was?
Yes, that was leading towards, it was in front of the, another residence leading towards the back way of the house into the alleyway.
Now, Detective, where is this particular house?
That house is adjacent to the residence where the victim might have lived, right in front, excuse me.
So their residence is to the right?
Yes, the residence is to the right.
Was there significant blood trail on this truck right here?
Yes, there was.
And now, what you demonstrated to the jury with that aerial mark, is this the path that the victim took while he was bleeding out?
Yes, it's kind of like in between that trampoline and the vehicle. There's an area where it leads to the alleyway.
Would it be this area right here?
That's correct.
Now, Detective, I know you mentioned that the blood trails were on some of the cars and also in some of the alleyways. I want to talk about the alleyway now. Did you take photos of the alleyway?
Yes, I did.
What was it that you observed in the alleyway?
In the alleyway, what I observed was also, in addition to the blood trail, there were two vehicles, and obviously where the victim expired.
What color were the two vehicles?
The first vehicle is a red truck, and the second one is a silver vehicle.
The silver vehicle, where was that vehicle located?
The vehicle was located in the alleyway. In relationship to the body, it was towards the victim's feet, in front of the victim, but in the alleyway.
Judge, permission to enter into evidence what is already, based on stipulations of the party, what's previously marked as stage 1-0.
Say exhibit 1-0, marked for identification, now becomes say exhibit 11. Good.
Now, Detective, where is this red car in relation to the alleyway? Is it close? Is it far?
No, it's relative nearby the alleyway.
And is this, why did you photograph right here?
Apparent blood.
Is the blood located right here?
Yes.
Now, in the aerial scene that we already showed the jury, is this the alleyway we were talking about earlier?
Yes, that's leading towards the alleyway.
Was there a lot of blood on this car?
Yes, there was a significant amount of blood.
And is this the car that was closest to the victim's body?
That's correct.
Was there any blood on the car?
I believe so. Do you have a different photograph?
Now I want to talk about the victim's body. What did you see when you observed it?
The victim was covered with a yellow first aid blanket. Underneath the blanket, it was a victim, and he had a tourniquet on his right leg.
Did he appear to have injuries?
Yes, he did.
What were those injuries?
A gunshot wound?
If I were to show you the photos you took, would you recognize them?
Yes.
Judge, permission to enter into evidence what has been based on stipulation by the parties, what's been previously marked as 1P, states 1P.
Say exhibit 1P, marked for identification, now becomes say exhibit 12, Judge.
Now, Detective, are these evidence markers blood trails as well?
That's correct.
And this yellow tarp, is that what you were talking about earlier, where the victim's body is?
That's correct.
And is this the silver car we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Where was that money found?
That was also in the alleyway, in close proximity to the victim.
Is this the tourniquet you were mentioning earlier?
Yes.
Now, Detective, aside from taking photos, did you collect and document any other evidence from the scene?
Yes, I did.
What did you collect?
A firearm.
Before we get to the firearm, did you also document inside of the victim and defendant's house?
Yes, I did.
You took photographs of it?
That's correct.
If I were to show you those photographs, would you recognize them?
Yes.
Judge, permission to enter into evidence based on stipulation by the parties, what's been previously marked as states 1Q.
Say exhibit 1Q, marked for identification, now becomes say exhibit 13, sorry.
Now, Detective, where is this area in your house?
That is the living room.
What about this one?
That is a kid's bedroom.
Now, where is this?
That is also in the residence. It's the other bedroom.
Now, in this photo, Detective, I want to focus here to the left side. Does this appear to be male clothing?
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Now, let's talk about the firearm, Detective. Where did you observe the firearm was?
The firearm was located in a tree that was practically directly in front of the residence.
Was it located in plain sight?
No, it was not.
Where was it located?
It was.
Where did you photograph that it was located?
It was. So you have a palm tree. Sorry, I just kind of to show you guys. You have a palm tree, and then at the bottom you have the trunk, and then it had branches and bush. It was inside of it. Now it wasn't visibly. You couldn't visibly see it. You had to kind of like move out the branches in order to see the firearm.
Judge, permission to enter into evidence based on stipulation by the parties was previously marked as states 1R.
Say exhibit 1I, marked for identification, now becomes say exhibit 14.
I want to start with that tree we were talking about? Is that a tree?
Yes,
How close is this tree from the victim and defendant's house?
a couple of steps. It's very close.
And is that the firearm that was located?
Yes,
What type of firearm is that?
it's a semi-automatic.
Did it have a magazine?
Yes,
Was it loaded?
yes,
Is that where you found it?
that
Is
was
that where you photographed it, sorry?
correct. Yes,
So is this what you were talking about when you mentioned earlier that it wasn't in plain sight?
that's correct.
Where did you have to photograph for this?
Can you repeat the question?
Where did you have to photograph for it? Did you have to go inside the tree and photograph?
Yes, we had to move some of the branches out in order to be able to see the firearm.
Now, detective, if I were to show you the firearm that you collected, would you recognize it?
Yes,
Now directing court, counsel, and witness to what has been previously marked. As states 1G, of the record effect that I've shown the defense counsel. Judge, permission to approach the witness?
Standing permission.
Oh, yes, Judge. Detective Zapata, is this the gun you collected from the scene on June 25th, 2022?
yes,
Is it in the same or substantially the same condition as when you collected it on June 25th, 2022?
yes,
Your Honor, I now move into evidence what has been previously marked as stage 1G.
No, Your Honor.
Say exhibit 1G, mark for identification now becomes say exhibit 15.
Judge, permission for Detective Zapata to publish it for the jury?
the firearm is not loaded. This is the firearm that we recovered on scene. This is the magazine. On scene, the magazine was inside of the magazine box. This is the cartridge that was located inside of the firearm.
Moment to confer, Judge. No further questions, Judge.
Let's see if there's any cross-examination.
Can I see exhibit 6, Ruth? Real quick? Okay. Judge, may I approach you with this?
Standing permission for both sides to approach the witnesses.
Figured I'd ask, since I had asked you. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So I'm showing you exhibit 6. Just for my own edification, first off, can you tell me where is the house where Daisy Link resided? This is the house, okay. And where is the spot where the body was found?
That's me on here.
Okay. So the blood trail, can you kind of tell me where it starts and where it ends, if you're able to tell me?
There was a blood trail, or the apparent blood around here, all this area here, off and on, leading up to here.
Okay. Maybe it'll help if I can. I don't know if the projector will cover all this.
You want her to step down and Polish?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, please step down.
But if I can do it on the projector, I'd like to try to do it. Okay, ma'am, do you mind? So I'll ask you what I just asked you. Actually, where is the home where Daisy Link resided? This home right here. And there's a red line here, which signifies a blood trail, is that correct?
Yes, the line that I attempted to draw signified where areas where they were on and off apparent blood leading up to the body.
So there's a line here, right? Is that correct?
There's blood there.
Well, there's also, you drew a line signifying that, correct?
Correct.
All right, so we start here, goes all the way over here, all the way over here, and then we'll move this down a little bit. Turn this around. Then that line comes over here, and you said the body was found here, is that correct? Where the X is?
Approximately.
And there was some blood over here, and apparently it went as far as this white car over here, is that correct?
No, this line all the way here, I was just talking about the alleyway. Not the
Okay.
edge.
So this, on the right side, this red line, this circle, there's no blood over here, is that what you're saying?
Correct, not that I recall.
So the blood that we found, it would be all in this section, correct?
And in the alleyway.
And in the alleyway. Anywhere where we see a red line other than this part, is that correct?
Correct, and maybe somewhere.
All right. So let me turn this around again. And again, this is Miss Link's house, right?
Yeah.
What's in this part of the house, if you can recall? And while you're thinking about that, give me one moment.
I believe it's another duplex.
Just give me one moment. Okay. So I'm showing you what has been admitted as composite exhibit 8. Several pictures of the house. But is this Miss Link's house as far as you can tell?
Yes,
So we see some windows here, right?
yes.
This part of the house that we're looking at, is that what we would see on this side, or would that be what we would see on this side of the house?
Should be on this side, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Now, this right here that I'm showing you, same exhibit, is this the front door?
Yes.
And where is that in relation to this picture, if you could tell us, if you know?
If I recall correctly, the front door should be.
All right, so you can take a seat now. Thank you for bearing with me. So we can agree that based on the blood trail, based on the red line that you drew for us, Mr. Jimenez was right at the front door, right? At one point.
It appears to be.
Thank you. No further questions.
Detective Zapata, did you collect any bullets or casings from the scene? Did you photograph any bullets or casings from the scene?
No, I did not.
And I know defense asked you on cross-examination whether there was blood right in front of the house that they lived in. Was there blood right in front of the house that you photographed that they lived in?
I'm sorry, I don't recall him asking if there was blood right in front of the house.
Okay. Was there blood in front of the house?
In front of the house, as in like down the steps.
Yeah. Yes.
There might have been blood there. Yes.
And if there was blood, Detective Zapata, would you have marked it with an evidence marker or flag?
If it would have been right in front of the house, it should have been something. If not, then you would have been able to see it with the photographs.
I'm showing you what has already been entered into evidence as states 1, Exhibit 8. Is that the house?
Am I looking at the?
The front. The front.
Yes.
Is there any markers or anything there?
No.
No further questions, Judge. May the witness be excused, Judge.
State calls Fernandez.